Brian Windhorst on why Jayson Tatum didn't play a second against Serbia, which I love the explanation there. It's like, well, Serbia has some good big men. Yeah, who? Jokic and who else? Like, who else? They have a bunch of good big guys? Oh, do they? Jokic and who?
Sajovic.
Like, who else do they have? No other country has any other good player. They all have, like, one good player. What do you mean they have a bunch of good bigs? Oh, South Sudan has a bunch of good wings? They do? You need Tatum. You don't need Tatum for Serbia, but you need him for South Sudan. And Arcand, I know what you're going to say. Oh, they only beat South Sudan by a point.
True.
Guess what? They don't need half the players there that even show up. They could win gold without Jayson Tatum, just like they can win gold without Jaylen Brown. But, like, that explanation's maddening. Oh, well, it was Serbia. They have a bunch of good bigs. No, they have one good big. They have one good player. Tatum probably should have played, in my estimation. That's Jones and Mego with Arcand. We'll get back to your Patriots phone calls. We'll get to the Red Sox. Their quote-unquote active trade deadline to this point. I have thoughts on that. But why did Tatum not play? Why?
I'm searching for an answer. I don't buy anything that I've heard from Steve Kerr or from Wendy there. Like, this is so disrespectful to Jayson Tatum. They should have just left him off like Jaylen Brown. They should have just gone with Drew Holiday and Derek White. I actually think it's worse that they brought him over to France and made him just sit on the bench the entire time. He's been all NBA the last 3 seasons. And by the way, the last time that he participated in the Olympics, he was the second leading scorer on a gold medal team. Like, it's bullcrap. I'm actually, like, when this happened, I was slightly infuriated by this. I was borderline infuriated. And I'm not as into USA basketball as Arcand is over there watching every single exhibition game. I'm going to be totally transparent about that. But I just think this is totally disrespectful. And if I'm looking for a silver lining, I know we'll talk about Jaylen Brown a little bit later in the show, but maybe this creates some kind of better, like, more authentic bond between Jaylen and Jayson, because they're both like, hey, you know who's full of crap? USA basketball with Steve Kerr. Like, they left you off the team, and then they trot me out there and just sit me on the bench and completely embarrass me in front of everybody because they want to play Devin Booker and my own teammate Drew Holiday over me. Like, it's absolutely fraudulent. I don't use that term a lot, but I have a term for this team. We had the Dream Team. Mm-hmm. We had the Redeem Team.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Fraud Squad under
Nice.
Steve Kerr. Like, I'm pissed off about this.
I was trying to rhyme dream and redeem. Fraud wasn't on my radar there, yes.
Fraud Squad.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve Kerr. Yeah, I'm sure he'll play in the next game, and it'll be really great. It's just, there's too many guys to play. It's only a 40-minute game. Like, shut up. That is so disrespectful. I've lost so much respect for Steve Kerr.
Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't have a lot for him in the first place, but Arcand, what's going on with Kerr and Tatum and Team USA basketball?
I think a lot of the things that Stephen A. Smith said about Jaylen Brown, you can maybe also apply to Jayson Tatum in terms of just, the way he's regarded in the league, the way that other players look at him and think about him and talk about him. I didn't see some big outcry from LeBron James and Anthony Davis and, Kevin Durant, these other people saying, hey, wait a minute, come on, this is ridiculous. Jayson Tatum should be playing. I didn't hear one word about that. Just like you didn't hear Jayson Tatum say one word about Jaylen Brown not being there. Everybody's sort of out for themselves. I think a lot of people on the team, you heard, I forget who it was. It was Kerr. Somebody saying, yeah, these guys just keep talking about being the champs and, I'm the champ. What's up, champ?
It was
all
LeBron
that.
and Steph Curry.
Right, yeah, and how,
right?
how that's getting annoying.
Durant and Steph Curry.
It was Durant and Curry, that's right, yeah. And I thought Kerr had something to say about that, too. But either way, I think this was just, all right, we got a bunch of games. I'm tired of these guys. This guy's been mouthing off. He's not been playing very well. Let's sit him down, and, we'll play him in the next game if we want to. We'll get Durant back in there. It's a guy that I like, a guy that I've coached, and, Tatum doesn't play, he doesn't play. And they don't really think much else about it because they don't really care about Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown, and if they play and if they're feeling, good or getting minutes or any of that stuff, it just doesn't matter to them like it matters to Celtics fans. And that's where we are. But I think that it was ridiculous not to play Jayson Tatum at all in a game that mattered in the group stage. Like, he's one of the best players in the world, and to not play him at all is just a statement that you're making.
Here's the thing.
And it's petty.
Here's the thing. I know you're worried about whether or not they win gold. They don't need Tatum to win gold.
I don't think so.
And so that's the Wait, you don't think so?
I don't think they need him to win gold. What?
I'm sorry. But how about to go undefeated on the path?
You're
to
the one
winning
who's
gold?
been talking about how close the games
are. Yeah, you're the one
They have
freaking
been
out.
close, but I still think they can win the gold medal. I said I thought they might lose a game.
Lose
this
a game.
year.
He's right. He's right. That is what he said. Can they go undefeated without Tatum?
No. I thought they might not go undefeated even with Tatum.
Okay, good. I like this. Let's follow this. Meanwhile, here's Steve Kerr. Here's his explanation for why Tatum sat.
you guys play your best game of the whole summer to this point, but you didn't get to use Jayson Tatum, who's obviously one of the best players in the league. Obviously, that's one of the hard things to do in your role.
Yeah, it's tough, but Jayson handled it really well. I talked to him today before the game that it may play out this way, just with Kevin coming back and the lineups that I wanted to get to. But that'll change. Jayson's going to play. Every game's going to be different based on matchups. He's a total pro. He's first team All-NBA 3 years in a row. I felt like an idiot not playing him, but in a 40-minute game, you can't play more than 10. You really can't. And so I think he's an amazing guy, great player, and handled it beautifully. And he'll be back out there next game.
So let me just forward Forsberg's theory is that Kerr was using this as an example to other guys on the team. If Tatum's going to sit for a whole game, then you, Devin Booker, or you, I don't know who else. Halliburton was already sitting.
Not you, Steph Curry.
No, I mean they're not. No, Steph Curry and LeBron and Durant obviously care. But like some of these other guys, like, hey, some of you younger guys, Tatum sat, you're going to have to sit. And it was to create, to use your word, Mego, buy-in on the team. I thought that's why Derek White was here. I thought Derek White was here to sit. That's what I thought. And so now Tatum's sitting, which to me makes no sense. The whole Team USA basketball thing is just a weird situation with the Celtics. I don't know how else to put it other than that.
Tyrese Halliburton got benched because he would not stop talking about how they were the runner-up for the in-season tournament. And Steve Kerr's like, those are the guys. I got to make an example.
He's like, we were almost champs. Almost champs. Dave in Connecticut has a theory on this. I've seen this a lot. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Steve Kerr is a moron. There's no explanation for not playing a 6'10" guy who can play guard in any position on the court and guard anybody. And there's absolutely no reason whatsoever. He can't explain that. And, here's one of the things he could be doing. And he knows this Celtics team is poised to be a dynasty. So let's put some riff in between some players. So I'm gonna start Drew Holiday instead of Tatum.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for this. He's
So,
got to
Dave,
have a reason. I mean, it's not right.
Dave, I got news for you. I don't think you needed to sit Jayson Tatum at the Olympics to create a rift, but maybe this will create one. I think there's already plenty of rifts going on.
Just going to make them stronger. Now J and J together.
That's true. Now they're both going to they're going to bond over Team USA basketball and be mad at Team USA basketball, and they'll be back together. Maybe. I mean, look, crazier things have happened. But no, I think there are already plenty of rifts going on with this team. It's been a wild 2 or 3 weeks since the parade through now, and none of it's been good, in my estimation.